let him tell us. Osai, what's happening where you are today?
Okay, hello, Chamberlain. In Edo State, INEC is doing the last-minute preparations, putting finishing touches to all the arrangements so far. The REC, Resident Electoral Commissioner here in Edo State, Mike Igini, earlier received the officials of the National Democratic Institute and the officials of U.S. Consulate here in Nigeria. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so received the officials of the U.S. Consulate here in Nigeria and the officials of the Electoral. Now, they have dispatched all the materials from the state level, the state headquarters, to the local government. In fact, I am in one of the local governments, the Kobauka local government, where the materials are now being sorted to move it again to the rack centers, that is at the world level, so that the whole idea is to reduce the logistic challenges that have been a barrier to previous elections. So from the world level now, it will be easier to take them to the various polling centers.
Let me jump in. I mean, two things. First, remember, there was, I think it was about a week or so ago, when there was those who were contesting actually led a protest. Then Mike Igini was in Abuja, so he was received by another officer of the commission in their office. They were protesting that, look, they don't have their PVCs. And then there were also records of PVCs that were stolen. What's the latest on those ones?
Yeah, let me start with the one, the PVCs that were stolen. A very bulk of them were returned, about 3,000 something were returned. The number that were stolen were 4,200 and about 21. Then later, those who stole it returned about 3,000 of them. And so INEC received it and distributed it to the owner. Then for the politicians who protested that PVCs have not been distributed in their areas, later, like you said, when the REC came back from Abuja, he addressed the press saying that the commission has been doing its best to get the PVCs across, and that he also warned politicians who want to take advantage of the period of election to cause trouble and make it look like the commission is not living up to its billings. However, there are the scenario, the four local governments, Unwode local government, Ovia Southeast, and Onwa East and Onwa West. Those local governments received their PVCs, the ones that were done during the continuous voter registration in November. They received it less than a week ago. And so sharing, distributing these PVCs to them has also been a very big challenge to the commission. But in all of this, the REC is also insisting that for the out of the 1.7 million registered voters in Edo State, the commission has been able to distribute over 1.2 million. So he is saying that judging from the last election, whereby a very large sum of people registered and collected their voters card and they did not turn out, he is saying that if we go by a percentage now, the commission has recorded a very huge success in the distribution, that the challenge now is for the residents to turn out to vote.
Collins, while you're at the INEC office now and looking at the issues of distribution of materials, let's look at security issues here. There's been reports about what some will say an invasion of security men into Edo State. What's the security situation like there?
Okay, with security, the police public relations officer, Joseph Edogewere, addressed the press this morning where he told us that 8,700 officers and men have been deployed across the state for the polls. Then he also said that officers have been stationed at a strategic location within the state in order to forestall any trouble that may arise during the conduct, maybe before, during, and after the polls. It's also noteworthy that yesterday the Nigerian Army staged a show of force along major streets in Benin City, the capital, including the city center, Ring Road, telling the public that we are on ground. You can come out to cast your vote, provided you remain peaceful. So security-wise, there is no tension for now. Why the security chiefs have been assuring the residents that they are on ground and that hopefully nothing will go wrong during the conduct of the election.